hope everyone is having a great Monday so far today. I hope you had a great weekend. In the 1400s, there was a family that had 18 kids. And their father worked many long hours, day in and day out, as a goldsmith. But at the end of the day, they were still barely making ends meet and barely able to get by with 18 kids. Two of the older sons were really into art. They loved art, they loved painting, they were very good at it even at an early age. And as it came time for them to go to university, they both knew that there was no way that their father could afford to send them to college. In those times, there weren't really things like scholarships to be able to go to university. So the brothers came up with a plan. They did the one thing that many of us do when we're deciding some large fate. And they decided that one of them would go work in the mines. And he would go work for 4 years in the mines while the other one went to university. And in deciding that fateful decision, they decided it by flipping a coin. So they flipped a coin, and Albert was, I guess you could say, the loser of it, because he was going to go spend the 4 years in the mines while his brother Albert went on to university. And 4 years go by, and at that time you didn't really come home for the weekend from college. So he's away for 4 years, and as he comes back after 4 years, they've heard about his growth in painting, his growth in etching and drawing, and kind of become a prodigy within that space. And there's a celebration there in the town where they're from, and as they're at the celebration, the two brothers were the only people that knew exactly how each of them decided to be able to be the one that went into the mines or the one that went to university. And as they're sitting at this table, Albert is at one end, and he raises a glass for a toast. And he says, "The reason I am where I am is because my brother Albert went into the mines so that I could afford to go to university. And now, my brother, it is your turn. I can sell my art and send you to university." And his brother Albert stood up, and he said, "He looked at his hands. He said, "I've broken all 10 fingers in my hands multiple times. I've got arthritis in many of them. I can barely hold a pen. I will never paint again." So that really wore on Albert. And his brother Albert went back into the mines because he could hold the big chisel that they used in the mines, but he couldn't hold a brush. He couldn't hold a pen. He didn't have that fine motor ability. And Albert thought to himself, what can I do as a testament to my brother? And he met with him and he talked with him, and as he did, he looked down at his hands. So Albert Dürer, one of the greatest painters of the late Renaissance period, a painting that many of you have seen, decided to paint his brother's hands. A painting that many of you might recognize as praying hands was actually originally called the hands. And those hands, that picture of a story. And that story is that nobody does it alone. While Albert was able to go on to university to excel, to become the renowned artist, his brother Albert was in the mines, breaking apart things so that his brother could soar. None of us do it alone. There is somebody like Albert Dürer sacrificing for that. So let me ask you today, who is your Albert Dürer? Who has sacrificed you to be where you are? Continues to sacrifice for you day in and day out. And today, if you can, and if you will, take a chance to thank them. Call them. Write them a letter. Remind them and let them know what they have done for you. The impact that they've made in your life, just like Albert did for his brother Albert. We hope you have a great rest of the week. Make sure you reach out to your Albert Dürer. We'll see you next Monday.